It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
All right, Brennan Taylor here, True School Sports. I'm with the one and only Mr. Gary Russell Jr. First of all, Gary, nice meeting you.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you like the work that I bring to the sport.
No, absolutely, man. Obviously, you were a world champion for a long time. I know there's been some inactivity recently. We haven't really seen you in the ring since Mark Style. I know you're kind of doing a bit of the training now. So talk to people about the current state of your career. Like, are you still gonna be boxing, or are you gonna be full-time training?
Hell yeah, I'm fighting.
Okay.
I wanted to take the time out to, properly rehab my shoulder, get it back situated to be 100% or as close as possible to 100%. Within that time frame, I focused solely on my younger brothers and their career. I'm still focused on my younger brothers and their career, but as of now, I'm about to start making this run again. It's time to make these motherfuckers skate all over again. We coming.
Still,
we moving up.
Featherweight or 130?
I ain't gonna answer that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that in limbo.
Okay.
But we definitely planning on making big moves 2024.
Can I throw some names out there then, since you're leaving it in limbo? Because maybe some potential opponents for you. Sure. I know you got at 126. I know Inoue's not there yet, but I know Inoue's probably gonna move to 26 real soon. What do you think about fighting the monster at 26?
I'm not moving down. I'm not fighting at 26 no more.
No, so 30.
26 is completely out of the
Okay.
Yep.
So Lamont Roach and them guys, Shockey Foster.
Yeah, I mean, those are all good potential names.
I mean, those are the champions at 130. You can't.
Well, we can actually go higher than that if we want to.
Well, you go to 35?
It's possible.
Okay.
I want to create history. I want to do something different. Put me in a position to do something amazing and watch how I carry it.
Okay.
Lamont Roach, he just got him the title. I want to welcome him, as into the sorority or this fraternity, of world champions, especially from our area, the DMV area. So I wouldn't be in a rush to try to compete against a Lamont Roach just because he's from our area. I personally like him. Now, if they want to make something happen, then be careful what you ask for. But me personally, I like them. I like Lamont. I like his father. I like them as a whole, as a unit. So he probably would be a direction that I would try to go into, unless they said something that I really didn't like.
Yeah.
Then we'll be trying to take that. But I'm not sure, man. Like I said, I wanted to be a big surprise.
Okay. Well,
I wanted to be a big surprise, but please expect to see me in 2024.
Well, I remember one time you eloquently stated that one thing you got to do before your boxing career ends is put your foot in Lomachenko's ass. He's at 35 still. I know he got.
Now that's something that's definitely possibly could be in the making. That's something that definitely could possibly be in the making. But like I said, I want to leave it up to everybody else.
Okay.
Keep it a secret.
With you being from the DMV area, I know like Mark Two Shop Johnson was a big guy from that area.
You want to know something funny? So Mark Two Shop Johnson was one of the guys from that area, and a fun fact about Mark Two Shop Johnson. Okay. The title that I had, the WBC, was the actual title that he had.
Really?
And I beat the guy that Mark lost to.
Jhonny Gonzalez.
Lost the title to Jhonny Gonzalez. I think when Jhonny Gonzalez was maybe 18 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's kind of funny or ironic that, years to come, I come and beat Jhonny and get that same title.
That's funny how that works.
It's funny, right?
But
just a little fun fact.
I didn't know that. I knew that, but you refreshed my memory. Yeah. The reason I brought him up was because, he was the guy that didn't maybe get some of those bigger fights till he got older in age, like when he fought Montiel and whatnot. Do you feel like maybe your Mark Two Shop Johnson, Fernando Montiel moment might be coming where you get a big fight and people think...
No, I don't want to compare myself to Mark, not at all. I'm Gary Russell Jr.
I got you.
Not Mark Johnson.
I got you.
I think we're two completely different individuals. I think the way his career went was a little different than mine. I believe my career was a lot more lucrative than his. But you got to take your head off to him. You got to take your head off to him. He was one of the older guys that paved the way, for guys like me to come. But as far as these guys not wanting to compete, I think they were all both mutually scared to compete against Marshall Johnson back in the day, and now, as of now, they're afraid to compete against me.
Absolutely. You said earlier in the interview about you want to make history and create a legacy.
Oh yeah.
What fight do you feel is that fight to create that history for you?
You trying to get me to spill my secrets, right?
No, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get people excited about Gary Russell Jr.'s career, because oftentimes you.
To be honest with you, I want all of these major fights. I always wanted the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. They stayed away from it. I wanted the Leo Santa Cruz fight. They didn't want it. I want fights to be able to put on my resume. I want these high quality names, these high quality guys to put on my resume. I want to take a couple more fights before I actually decide to truly retire. But whatever fights it is, I want it to be credible opponents.
Okay.
To add on to my resume and my legacy.
Okay. What do you feel you bring to the table that maybe that could beat those guys at an advanced age? How do you feel like now you versus a Gary or Leo Santa Cruz or Tank would go? Like, what do you bring?
Oh man, I think it'd go the same way it would have went if they would have fought me back then. I'ma still spank that ass. But the difference is I'm older, I'm more seasoned, I'm more in my prime. I'm more physically and mentally in my prime and coming to my own right now. A lot of these guys, when you look at them fight, they fight off of just athleticism. They get in shape just to be able to go for a certain duration. They train their body, they don't train their mind to be mentally strong. It's a big difference. My skill set is light years ahead of a lot of these guys that I'll be competing against.
Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons why they don't want to compete.
Okay. As far as you as the coach, right? Because I know that seems to be something you're really passionate about. Why do you feel like, or what does coaching bring you? Like, what kind of joy does that bring you, coaching these young guys?
Of course, it brings joy. I think in order for you to be a good coach, and this is no shot to these coaches that haven't competed, But I think in order for you to be a good coach, or you have to participate in that sport. I'm one of the best that have done it. I'm one of the longest reigning champions in the sport. Not even just dealing with the boxing aspect of it, but just all the stuff that happens outside of the ring, dealing with the managers, the promoters, etc. I'm well equipped to be able to deal with it. I'm real educated in the concept of business. That's where a lot of fighters fall short at. So I might compete. You might see me compete once a year, X, Y, Z, but I get compensated. Yeah.
You're not gonna be one of these fighters that the kind of like bitter fighters, the guys who did a lot but then they don't have a ton to show for it. You feel?
That's never been my forte. So intellect over athleticism all day, every day. And I think it goes hand in hand to be able to teach these younger fighters the actual craft of the sport, and then to be able to hold their hand and navigate them through the bittersweets, the bittersweet side of the sport.
Yeah, the highs and lows.
The actual business,
Yeah.
The highs and the lows of the sport, how to properly manage your money. Boxing is the only sport that doesn't have an entity affixed to it to help the participants of the sport at the conclusion of their career to properly manage or budget their funds. Boxing is the only sport that doesn't.
No unions, nothing.
No unions, no anything. So it's up to us to do so as individuals. And I think I've done a great job at that thus far. And I wouldn't mind cashing my dues or dropping my dues on the younger generation.
Absolutely. Well, Gary, I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but any message you want to give to the boxing world about, I guess, yourself, your career, anything else you got going on?
Man, stay tuned with 2024. 2024, we making moves. Man. Stay tuned. Don't be surprised when y'all see some shit.
There you have it.
Don't be surprised when you see it. Just know what's coming.
Okay.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.